Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing some individual braids that are inspired by Leray. I think that's how you say her name. I hope I'm not butchering it. A lot of people did this, and when they did this they used flexi rods or perm rods at the end, but I don't plan on doing that. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. But the first product that I always use is the olive oil miracle by African Pride, and then the African Pride curling cream. As well, I'm going to be using some Aunt Jackie's leave-in conditioner and some Blue Magic grease. I am going to be trying to use this ragtail comb, but I used it, but I didn't use it at the same time. Alright, so I already have my hair sectioned off in the back for the first braid. So I'm just going to go ahead and start applying products. So when I was parting my hair, I thought, okay, I'm going to be doing these extra jumbo. And you'll see once I start getting closer to the top that they're not going to be jumbo. So the first row is big. And then the closer I get to the top, you'll notice that it's not so big. Honestly, they're just different sizes all out through my head once I'm finished. Alright, so now that I'm applying the Blue Magic grease on my scalp, and then I am going to detangle this section. I forgot to mention that I did have some water nearby in my spray bottle, because the ends, I had to make sure that they were wet in order for me to get them curled. And this detangling brush, if you're natural and you don't have one, you're missing out, because I always used to just detangle my hair with a bunch of combs, and yeah, the brush has been wonders for me. I even used it on my daughter's hair. I'm going to try to buy her a separate one, that way she can have her own, but I think the brush is definitely a must if you are a curly girl. Now I just took the comb and tried to put it all together, because I don't have a brush that like most people will brush their edges with, so I just used the small tooth comb. And then here I am braiding underhand. If you watch any of my previous videos, you know that I don't braid overhand when I do individual braids, because they tend to stick out. So what I try to do is make sure they are braided underhand. That way they can lay flat. I am not going to braid this all the way down to the end. I'm going to show you. Excuse my arm. My daughter drew a pretend tattoo with a marker on it. So if you see markings on it, that's what that is. So I don't have rods. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my African Pride curling cream, and I'm going to apply that to the end of my hair. And then I'm going to take some water and spray the ends of my hair. And then once I get it all wet and moist, product applied, then I comb it out, and then I take it and twirl it as if I were doing like a finger coil. Now I was gonna take a t-shirt and then curl it, but then I'm very impatient sometimes, so I decided just to take my fingers and just twirl it. I don't have rods or flexi rods or anything here with me, so I just did it like this. Now, when I seen people doing this on YouTube, I seen them doing it on stretch hair, and then the ends is where they, you know, dipped it in hot water or whatever. But again, I'm not a big weave person, so I just did my hair on wet hair because I don't want to blow dry it. And yeah, so I tried to do it 2 different ways, and I didn't like it, so I ended up taking that back down and putting it back to the one twist or coil or whatever you want to call it, and then I just let it be like that. Now I'm going to continue to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to apply the products. The first product I applied was the oil, And then I'm going to apply the leave-in conditioner, and then I apply the Blue Magic to the scalp. I'm just speeding it up because I'm not sure if you just want to sit there and watch me do it for like slow motion. So I detangled it with the brush again, and then I just took the comb, a small tooth comb, and just kind of combed it all together. And then again, I am just braiding underhand because, like I said before, it's just easier that way, and my braids lay flat instead of sticking out. Because if I braid it the opposite way, then the braids will stick up. Now at the ends, I'm gonna spray some water, apply the coconut curling cream, not coconut, I don't know if it's coconut necessarily, but the curling cream, and then I just twirl it with my one finger. And this is what the first row looks like, and this is the second row. As you can tell, these parts are smaller than what I first started off with. Now here is the third row. So in total I had 3 rows altogether. These braids almost remind me of is it Felicia? Off I don't know if that's her name. I don't want to butcher that either. What's the movie? Friday. So yeah, these what these braids remind me of. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the inspiration picture that I got off Google. Like it was just a random Google search of how I want the top of my hair to be. I knew I didn't want it in squares, and then when I saw hers I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. So this is what I ended up doing to the top of my hair. As you can see, I already did one side, and then I'm just gonna mimic that side and do the same thing. At the top, I purposely parted each part first, and then I started braiding. Now, I'm not looking for these parts to be perfect by any means. I just be wanting my hair done. Okay, so now that I got everything pretty much parted off, I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing like I did to every other braid. Apply all my products. Again, I'm not a huge person that wears gel. You guys know that. Edge control. I wear gel every once in a while, but it's not a big deal for me. All right, so when I was combing this out, I noticed that my edges was going back. Thank God. Most people don't even notice them because I typically wear my hair parted a certain way, so you wouldn't even know that they were really short. But in this particular video, you obviously could see that they were short at one point, and they're starting to grow back now. And once I get to the point where I want to stop, I'm just going to do the same thing I've been doing as well, is apply some water and then the African Pride curling cream, and just take my finger and twirl it. Now I am going to do the remainder of my braids, and I will be back to show you the finished product. I'm done. This side is still drying. Reason that's why it's still long, but this probably top gonna shrink up. It's so cute. Um, but this one looks like all finished. It's cute. I forgot to mention that I pretty much wore a hat or beanie this week, so it's not like I needed to be worried about it throughout the week. I just pretty much put a beanie on and then just let the ends hang and be free. Okay, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you in the next video. Bye.